Hello guys and welcome to another episode of An Alien's Journey. Today we're gonna be talking about the Dracula myth and how he became so popular all around the world. And we're gonna find out if Dracula was really living in Transylvania, was really a vampire, and was he sucking blood? Let's dive into it. Moving to United States, when I'm speaking with somebody, they can easily find out that I have an accent. They're asking me where I am from, and I'm responding I'm from Romania, and mostly the first thing they know about Romania is the Dracula story. The reason why this is so popular is mostly because of the novel written by Bram Stoker, a British writer who wrote about a vampire named Dracula living in Transylvania, and from that he started his story. As you can imagine, the story is far from the truth. It only has some small roots in the historical truth. So this is placing the story in a kind of uncertain territory, and you don't really know where is the reality and where is the fiction, and this is more appealing for the reader. Bram Stoker found in Transylvania, Romania, the perfect elements for a good fiction story. That region has a lot of Gothic style castles, a lot of bat caves, and on top of it you have Vlad the Impaler, the ruler of Vlahia, who was using some unorthodox and bloody punishments for his enemies, and he is the perfect character for the Dracula, right? And putting all these elements together, he wrote a bestseller novel, and he made from Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Tepes, the best known medieval ruler in Europe. In Romania you have the beautiful castle called the Bran Castle, which is known as the Dracula Castle, and it's one of the best preserved medieval castles in Europe. And in there you're gonna see a lot of objects of Dracula and a lot of nice things to fulfill your fantasy about Dracula. The reality is that the ruler never really lived in that castle, but it was the closest one to the Bram Stoker story, so it was chosen to be the Dracula Castle. Like arbitrary. In the history books it's told that he only passed once in his way to Brașov. The real castle he lived in is actually Cetatea Poienari, or Castle Poienari, which is actually the only castle built by him. The castle is a little bit hard to be visited because of those 1480 stairs, but the effort is worth it because you're gonna see the ruins of the castle where the real Dracula really lived, so it's worth it. If you go to Romania, you probably should visit both of them. Bran Castle is the one that is more preserved and made in the style of Dracula, and the Poienari Castle is the real one, and like that you're gonna have a taste of both of them, like the fiction side and the reality. So I guess that's the good mix. The historic truth starts from Dracula's father, from Vlad Tepes' father, who was a member of the Catholic Order of Dragon, which was an organization with the intention of preserving the Christianity in Europe and stopping the expansion of the Ottoman Empire and the Muslim religion in Europe. Because of his father was a member of the Order of the Dragon, Vlad the Impaler got the name of Vlad Dracula, or son of the dragon. From here the derivation to Dracul, which means devil in modern Romanian. In ancient Romanian, Drac means dragon, but in modern Romanian, Drax means devil. And this is also the understanding that Bram Stoker used for his novel. Dracula is the devil itself. Vlad Tepes was born in 1431 in a medieval city called Sighisoara in Transylvania. This is a great place to visit as well. It's a good spot for travel in Romania, and you can go and see the house where Dracula was born and raised until the age of 4, and it's great. I've been there like 4 years ago. It's a pretty cool city. It's nice, and a lot of old buildings, a lot of history. You're gonna love it. Now let's see where his title as a Bloody Impaler is coming from. During the time that Vlad Tepes was the ruler of Vlahia, the country was in constant war with the Ottoman Empire and the Hungarian Empire, and he was constantly used by both sides of the war. His first rule was just for 2 months at the age of 17, and after that he was betrayed, and he was in exile in Ottoman Empire, and he will come back, and his most important rule was the second one for 6 years. This is where he is known for its bloody punishment. One of the first things he did after he retook his throne was to stop the children tribute to the Ottoman Empire, which was ensuring the peace between Vlahia and the Ottoman Empire before. And also he invited all the noblemen suspected to be involved in his betrayal, and he got them all stabbed and impaled on wood sticks. And here is where the bloodthirst and the revenge started. In 1462, the Ottoman Empire army made it all the way to Târgoviște, the city capital, to stop Vlad Tepes, but they found an empty city, and they found in front of them 20,000 Turkish war prisoners impaled. They finally made it all the way to Poenar Castle, but Vlad Tepes managed to escape, and he went to Hungarian Empire. But there he was imprisoned because he was considered a traitor because of some rumors that he was talking with the Ottoman Sultan. He was finally set free after he converted to Catholicism, and he married a woman from the royal family from the Hungarian Empire, and after that he took back his throne. His third reign on throne was short-lived, and later that year he was killed in an ambush with the Ottoman's armies. Tepes got his name as Dracula for his oppression and his bloody tortures and punishment methods he used on his enemies, which consist in impaling them alive and let them die slowly in draconic pain, and let them sit there and being eaten by birds. He was a great warrior. There are many stories about his fights against the Ottomans, and he won a lot of battles with a fraction of the enemy's army. At that time, even the Pope mentioned him for his heroic war against the Ottomans. He was using his bloody impaling technique to scare his enemies and to gain war advantages. And because of his cruelty and his bloody murders, he got his name as a draconic ruler. But this was just at the local level at that certain period of time, and he became very popular after the novel of Bram Stoker. So was Vlad Tepes the real Dracula and the vampire who was sucking blood? Probably not, but we can find the same thirst of blood in both of them, but in a different way. Alright guys, I hope you know a little bit more details now about the Dracula story. You know more about what is the reality and what is the fiction about it. You know a little bit about the historic truth about these facts. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and let me know in the comment what you think about this video, and see you next time. Bye!